cover, you guys. Look, if you're not ready to make a fool of yourself, then you aren't ready for network marketing, okay? Let's just say that. All right, let me start the clock, because we're going to respect the clock today, and we're going to get as much done as quickly as we can. But one of the things I learned early on was, let me get this off here, is like so many of you, how many of you have like a local network, like you have friends you grew up with and people you hang out with, maybe you're a part of sports, you have kids in sports, raise your hand if any of those things are you. You have a lot of local friends, right? And so when you got into business, you had people you could call, right? Yeah, you did. You had friends, the sports groups you go to, whether it's hockey or football or baseball. Well, I didn't. I had no warm market. None. As a matter of fact, I had just been through a really difficult season in life, and so most people weren't going to be excited to partner with me in a business. They were like, oh, we hope she gets her life together. Goodness, sweet thing. You know, the bless your heart kind of moment. That's how people felt about me. And so the only way I was going to be able to do network marketing was from strangers on the internet. And so I had to figure out how to turn strangers on the internet into customers and into associates. And that's what I've been doing now for 10 years. And so, some people can see where you are today and they think, oh, she's just lucky, or she's got influence, or look at her now, not realizing how painfully bad I was at this in the beginning. But like Craig, I made a decision. And it didn't matter to me how long it took. It didn't matter to me how bad I was then. I was going to stay until I succeeded. My mindset from day one has been, I will do it until it works. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people whose mindset is, well, I'll give it 30, 60, or 90 days. And if that is your mindset, then you should just quit now. Because that's not going to work. It just won't work. What will work is consistency over an extended period of time if you're willing to learn the skills that can make you millions of dollars. Because here's the truth, you guys. There's not a single skill that you can't learn. You can learn every skill you need to be a $1 million earner inside of network marketing. And so today I'm going to teach you those. And we're going to talk about social media specifically. So the first thing you need to do is you need to understand people buy from people that they what? Say it with me. Know, like, and trust. And so how are you going to make them know, like, and trust you? Well, you've got to be relatable. You've got to bring them into your world. Someone was speaking earlier and they said part of your world. Instantly my brain went to The Little Mermaid. Instantly. Yeah, and I thought, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. And that's all I've done, you guys, is I've brought people into my world. And I've showed them my thingamabobs and my gadgets and my gizmos. And I've showed them my treasures. And I grew up in front of them. And I didn't care what they thought. I didn't care if they made fun of me for not having my sea legs yet. I just decided to step in and become the woman that you see today by just being relatable, by sharing the messy parts, by sharing the beginning parts, by sharing the middle parts, by sharing the wins and sharing some of the losses, sharing the good and some of the bad. And I did it every single day. You've heard different people say your store has got to be open. And you guys, there's never been a time where my store hasn't been open, ever. No matter what was going on. Every day my store has been open. What does that look like? I'm talking about my kids, my grandkids, my husband, funny moments, Disney. Whatever I'm into in that moment, I'm talking about in that moment. Some of you are overcomplicating this. What are things that you love? Shout them out. What are things that you love? Travel. I said dinner training the other night, so he said, chickens! I was like, yes, the chickens are your thing, right? Like, what? Like, come on. You not love anything? Sonara's the only person in the whole room that loves something? Camping. Right. Why aren't you talking about the things that you love? Don't overcomplicate this, guys. Write it down, because I'm going to teach you in a minute how to use the things that you love that are easy for you to talk about and think about to grow your network. Because remember, I had no network. I was like all the normal people in the world. I had like 500 Facebook friends, not a single follower anywhere. Right? I was awkward taking selfies, painfully bad at everything that I did on social media. Like the most ridiculous post I would make, like, it's sunshiny today, I think I'll wear a sundress. What is that, right? But then I got intentional. Because I knew I was relatable. In so many different areas, the very things that I thought would make like people like make fun of me or maybe that were shameful were the very things that people related to most. When I talked about my struggles with drinking, when I talked about my struggles in relationships, when I talked about the struggles of being in perimenopause, God help, like it made me relatable, right? When I talked about Disney or when I talked about where I stand in politics or medical freedom, it made me relatable to the very people who are now partnered with me in business. You'd be shocked to know how many Disney Republicans there are out there in the world. And so, listen, here's the thing. You gotta have this. Oh, I have slides, don't I? How do you work this thing? Oh, there we go. I forgot I had them. Oh, that's funny. Listen, you're just trying to be seen for who you are, familiar, approachable. People do not join businesses, they join people that they recognize, meaning they've got to recognize themselves in you and in what you're going through. And that's why you got to bring other people into your world, right? Like, in a normal world, Sonara and I probably would have never met. We actually probably wouldn't have anything in common to have met. Like, we wouldn't run in the same circles. And so, now that I'm in this business and I put people in front of Sonara that maybe can't relate to me but see themselves in her, they're like, wait, people like me are in your business too? She's not my competition. Right? I'm not afraid to lose somebody by putting her in front of them. Instead, I want them to see themselves in her and say, oh, people like her do it too, not just the drunks who love Disney. Great news, Tina. I can do it too. Right? You gotta start giving more than you take on social media. You gotta get out there and make yourself seen. Like I talk about this all of the time. You can screenshot some of these things because I'm just gonna run through these fast because we want to stay on time. But guys, you've got to get out there and make yourself seen in other people's posts. I talked about this on training after training. But some of you are just scrolling through social media and all you're doing is liking a bunch of posts. And you're not leaving a thoughtful comment. I went to a post of my friend's the other day. She had over 200 likes and one comment. All I had to do was comment to stand out. Do you think she paid attention to the 200 people that liked the post? Or to the 2 people who commented? And then some of you will comment and you're like, boom, muscle emoji. Heart emoji. Like, how does that make someone feel special? It doesn't. Can you not? Like, I think we've gotten so out of the habit of just being a thoughtful human. Like, oh my gosh, I love your shirt. It's so pretty. That color, pink, is beautiful on you, Becky. Your sweater, where did you get that? I love it. Like, you can start an entire conversation in the comments of a post by just being a thoughtful human. And here's the thing, you can just be and do your real life, you guys. That's all I'm ever talking about is my real life. I remember when stories came out, like most of you, I think it was Krista that said she was terrified of be in a story. And all I thought was, why would anybody want to see what I do during the day? My kids were grown. It's just me at home by myself. You're going to watch me make my food? Like, that's weird. Like,
What else am I going to talk about? Like, I walked upstairs to my desk for work today. Woo! Like what was exciting? To me, it didn't feel like it was going to be exciting or that anybody was going to care. Oh, they care. They care. They love to be a part of those intimate details of your life. Like, literally for years, how many of you know who Hazel is, my granddaughter? And for years, so many got to watch her. And then when her parents were like, we don't want our kids on social media anymore, and I had to pull her, I had to stop posting their faces on social media, people were like devastated. They were like, where's Hazel? What? How? We haven't seen her. Is she okay? What's going on with Hazel? Why? Because they followed the story. Right? You're overthinking what people do or don't want to see. I just put it all out there, and the ones that don't want to see it will unfollow me. That's okay. And the ones that do will hang out and eventually, what? Know, like, and trust me. So let's get to how you are going to, here, just put it there. How you are going to be able to, I can't see the screen either. It's not just you, MJ. It's me too, right? I want to teach you how to grow your network. This is the most important part of what I want to teach you today, is how you can grow your network on social media and where you don't have to be viral. Guys, some of you are looking for a post to go viral in order for you think that that's what it's going to take for you to have success. And guys, I've had a few posts go viral, but it wasn't the viral post that made me money. It was the relatability that made me money, okay? As a matter of fact, just recently, in the last couple of years, I've had a couple of posts go real viral. And even as a product post go real viral. Again, it wasn't those posts that made me a bunch of money. It was the relatability once they found me and discovered me because of something that went viral that made me money. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, first, I asked you what you liked, right? And a few of you shouted it out. Well, now I want you to make a list of those things. Like, that's your homework tonight. You're not getting out of here without doing some homework. What are things that you can talk about effortlessly? For me, that was easy. I can talk about Disney, right? I can talk about Disney. And so what can I do? I can then, follow me here. I can join a Disney group, and I can be the most kind, responsive person in a Disney group. Now, I'm not going to get in a Disney group and be like, hey, if you're in perimenopause, I've got a supplement for you. No, they'll kick me out. But what do people do in Disney groups? They ask questions about Disney. I just answer questions about Disney all the time in Disney groups. And what do you think that does? Suddenly they're like, well, this girl's so nice. And then they go over to my profile. And they click follow, or they send me a friend request. And now, guess where they are? In my world. And then what happens? Because I'm consistent every day, there's something in my stories, there's something on my profile that is going to keep them engaged, keep them following me. What eventually happens? They eventually join me in business, or they eventually become a customer. Jerlyn, where are you at? Where's Jerlyn? There she is. There's Jerlyn. Let me tell you about Jerlyn. I was so excited when I was here. I was like, you're here. She's like, I told you I was serious. I loved it. But she found me on a video that I made very passionately in 2020 about masks. She found me because of that video. Fast forward 2 years, because she found me because of something that she agreed with me on. She was one of the very first people to sign up with me here at Trinont. Why? Because I stayed consistent. If I'd have posted the video and she came over to hang out with me over in my world, and then I didn't post anymore about the thing that I was doing or the products that I was taking, she wouldn't be sitting in this room today. Are you following me here? It was 2 years later. 2. Some of you, and some of the people that you'll bring into your business have this 30, 60, 90-day strategy. That strategy would mean Geraldine wouldn't be in the room. Geraldine sits at the top of a very good leg in Tina's organization. Because Tina stayed consistent over an extended period of time, no matter what the results look like. MJ talked about December, and she didn't get a customer, and she didn't have an associate. If you're in this room and that's ever happened to you, a month went by and you didn't have anything new, but you are consistent, raise your hand. It's normal. But here's the difference in where I'm at today. I don't ever look at a month like that and think, oh my God, it's over. My turnout business is over. No. I'm like, as long as I keep doing the work, the results will come. The question I ask myself is, Tina, did you do the work? Did you show up consistently? Did you start new conversations? And did you follow up with people? If I can answer yes to all three of those questions, I know the business will come. Period, end of story. And if I'm like, ooh, I could have done some more follow-up, then I just do more follow-up. If I didn't do enough reach-outs, okay, I'll just do more reach-outs, right? If I wasn't specific enough in the content I was putting out, enough about the business or enough about the products, then I just do more of that. I don't look around me and blame everyone else. I look inward and say, what can I do different? So back to Facebook groups. You're going to get in these groups, and you are going to be very strategic about the groups that you join. If you're a chicken person, join the chicken group. Look, I'm going to give you one that is so easy. How many of you have a Jeep in here? Why are you not in Jeep groups? Now, let me tell you what you can't do. I don't. You cannot go in the Jeep group and be like, I can help you get your Jeep paid for. Hey, no, listen, $500. I'm not even kidding. They're throwing you out. But what you could do is you could become the kindest human in the Jeep group. And then when they do make their way over to your profile to send you a friend request and to follow you in your world, and then they do see you driving your little Jeep and you're talking about how it's getting paid for, then they're going to ask you questions. Because I don't know a Jeep owner or a car owner, period, that wouldn't love a stipend sent to them every month. This is really so simple, you guys. You just be the person that adds the most value. Now let's talk about time with it. How much time does that take? It actually doesn't take as long as you think it would. It doesn't take that long. You can literally, how many of you have 15 minutes a day? Just 15. So half that table doesn't. We're in trouble. Well, I was somewhere listening. It was Terry Foy. I love following her on social media. I did a webinar first the other night, and she said, if you just got up 30 minutes earlier, you would have 15 extra hours a month. I was like, that's wild. Why didn't I do that math before? Because so many people say, I don't have the time. You actually have the time. You're just not making the time. And so I want you to spend 15 minutes a day getting in your interest groups, being the kindest human, the most educated human in that group, leaving the thoughtful comments so that people will want to come over to your world and follow you and see what you're posting and then want to join you and to buy from you. But newsflash, if you're not consistent in your posting, if you're not consistent in your stories, they're not going to do anything because they don't know what you have to offer. You've just got to continue to be interesting. And then you've got to become interested in them. And you've got to start sending messages. I don't know what slide we're on. We're just going to keep clicking. And y'all can take pictures. Okay? Hurry, quick, take it. Okay, we haven't got there yet. Good news. How much time do we have? 6 minutes. We're great. Okay, listen. You can't just expect it to all come together just because you post on social media. You've got to become interested in them and what their needs are and what their goals are and what there's going on in their life. We actually live in such a selfish society today where it's look at me, and what I want. And we don't realize how desperately people just need to be heard and what their needs are and what their wants are. And when we do that, and guys, social media is the easiest place on the planet to do this. How many of you know what Facebook and Instagram stories are? Stand up if you view Instagram or Facebook stories every single day. Every single day you're looking at or viewing Facebook stories. Okay, the 4 people who aren't, we're going to start, okay? We're going to start there. Okay, let me sit down. Here's what I want you to do. Instead of just consuming them like raw dog consuming them, like you're just in it, like you are doom scrolling stories with no intention. No, we're not going to do that anymore. Now, do you know at the little bottom where it has that little space that says send message? And you can type things there, and it goes directly to their inbox. You know what I'm talking about? Just use it. You just started a real human conversation with someone about something that interests them, something that they care about, something that they believe in. When they're posting their cute little chubby baby, oh my goodness, he's the cutest little chubby thing I ever seen, is what I comment. If they're talking about a win that they're having, or an outfit that they wore, or maybe they're just posting they went out for the night, girl, your outfit looks so good on you. Because now I'm in a direct conversation with them in Messenger, which is then going to make the pivot so easy to talk about something else. And MJ said it. If you want to get your algorithm warmed up and moving better, have conversations with people. The more you talk to somebody in Messenger, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, the more they're going to start seeing your content and you're going to start seeing their content. It's really just so basic. You just haven't been using it properly, right? And then another favorite hack with stories is, as you're posting and getting consistent, posting about your product or posting about the opportunity or posting about travel in your stories, you know that you click down there in the little bottom where it shows you the little circles, people are viewing them. And if you touch that, it shows you the name of every person that viewed your story. You just got a leads list and you've been ignoring it. They watched the story about your Activate, about your For Her, about your NAD, about your product, about your opportunity. Here's where you message them and you say, hey, Snarl, were you just being a supportive friend or are you interested in that NAD? No big deal, just curious. I've never not had someone respond to that message. They'll either say, oh no girl, I'm just being a supportive friend. Or they'll say, no, actually I would like some more information. Instead of waiting for the 7 to 21 exposures, I'm just nudging them along a little faster, right? And if you're looking for ways to connect with people on Instagram, because I think that's the slide we're on, you can search things on Instagram. So if you're into chickens, type chicken coops, chicken, whatever chickens do. I don't know what chickens do. I just eat eggs, chicken breasts, I don't know. But listen, go search the chicken things if you're a chicken person. And then go follow the chicken people. And comment on the chicken people stuff. And then the chicken people will come follow you and comment on your stuff. And now where are they at? In your world. If Disney's your thing, go search Disney. If hockey's your thing, go search hockey. Apparently, if you're a Green Bay Packer, y'all are tight. And y'all will fight people, even at conferences. Gina Della? She yelled at me earlier. I didn't know what I didn't know about Packers fans. But go find the other Packers fans. Or the other 2 Bears fans, okay? But it's so simple. Just go and be a human on the internet and don't make it weird, okay? Like, this is how you can have a daily rhythm with your social media that is not going to burn you out or make you feel overwhelmed, okay? I want you to start there, very basic. I don't need you to become a viral reel maker. Now, do I think it's impactful for you to start making content and reels? For sure. But we've got trainings on that. Sonar can point you in the direction of those trainings. And you can binge watch those when you get home. But what I really want you to do is go start connecting to people. Start building relationships with people. We are more connected but less connected than we've ever been as a society. And if you just will have a conversation with somebody online, you will turn a stranger into a friend, into a business partner. It could be that business partner that makes you a millionaire in network marketing, but you will never, ever get there if you're unwilling to do some of the very basic things that I taught you. My timer is up. Thank you so much, Ms. Denard Brown, for having me.